Here's an interesting one for you. It's just a head. I am perplexed. A gun. Good thing it's a bag. I don't want my fingerprints on that. Oh my God. Guys, a translucent purple Game Boy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Oswald is back with another adventure, a big one, and one that you have participated in before. It is a flea market. We have had many adventures here, but it's been quite a while. And to be honest, I have not been here since the last time you and I went. So I'm looking forward to it. It's the first one of the season, I believe. So I don't know what we're gonna find. We're starting a little late, but you know what? I needed my beauty sleep, okay? So it's gonna be a fun adventure. I'm happy for you to tag along. It is a little windy, so I'll apologize ahead of time. Now I did bring Wilson along with me. He's pretty excited. You know, the big thing that he said he wants to look for, right, Wilson, is Castaway. He wants to find Castaway on DVD. It's his favorite movie. I don't understand it. I've never seen it, so I don't know his obsession with it. If you watch some of the recent videos, a couple of the items that, you know, I had mentioned about trying to find are Battle Cat's helmet. We did not complete that from our Hall of Fame to Oswald's collection video, so I'm looking for that. And we have Rio Blast's backpack, and I want to say it was his left knee is what we're looking for. So those are a couple of the items that, you know, if we see it, probably need to get it. And obviously, you know, the usual hitters. I'm going for maybe a little bit of vintage Star Wars. Have a little collection of that. I like the droids. It's my favorite thing, you know, with the tattoos and all that. But we'll see what else we can find. I always love the oddities, and I wouldn't also mind finding some, you know, old school Disney stuff. That's always a cool thing to have. I wouldn't mind growing that collection as well. All right, looks like this might be our first stop. Let's see, I already see an X-Wing, a giant one. If I can pick this guy up here. Well, it's fairly light. Again, I don't know what it is, but that would look pretty cool hanging from a ceiling. It looks like it is going for $30 there. Now this is pretty cool, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna fit in that as one happy pumpkin. Pretty nifty. Return of the Jedi tin. I don't know what it was for. Doesn't say. Maybe for gum or something like that, or candy. It's pretty nifty. A Disney Viewmaster, little Donald Duck there. That's pretty cool. I don't know how that would display though. Well, here's an interesting one for you. It's just a head. And it's scarily realistic. It's almost like it's made out of wax, like a candle. Oh, he needs a nose job. Well, that is leading oddity of the day so far. Got a lot of clothes here this year too. This is probably the second or third stain I've noticed. But look at these banana shorts. Those are beautiful. Okay, another candidate for oddity of the day. This incredibly happy rabbit. Where are your feet? Oh man, I can buy someone else's trophy. It could be a winner. It's too hard to make out. That's from 1957. You might have been able to see that. That would be hilarious to buy someone else's trophy and I just keep it on my shelf. Ah man, I can't do it, but that would be hilarious. Be a funny conversation piece, that's for sure. All right, I gotta look for Castaway for Wilson. He's with me right now, but he can't reach this high up. Right now I am not seeing his movie. It's gonna be a shame if I see this after while editing, because I am 100% actually buying a copy if I find one, but I do not see it. It's a lot of cool old pennants here. Yeah, Blue Jays, gross. But it'd be very funny, because I see some college ones, if I get a trophy that I did not earn and a pennant for a college I did not go to. I just make that my collection. I'm an imposter. How do you accumulate all these too? That's another good question. Incredibly cool to see, but must be a collection many, many years worth. Super cool Return of the Jedi lunchbox here. That is very cool. I don't feel a thermos in here though. That is very nifty. So the front there, the back's not bad condition. The hard part is storing these or displaying them because they take up a lot of room on a shelf. They have all the Constructicons, but I think they're maybe a little worse for wear. They're well loved, as we say, but I don't think you can even complete Devastator with what's in here. It's like all the Mix Masters. It's funny, I actually had some pins from our Disney trip in my camera bag that I just left in the car. Like, could I pin trade here? That'd be pretty funny. Pin trade all the way in Buffalo, New York. Looking for that Castaway. Nothing but Downtown Abbey. Oh no, Downton Abbey. That could have been real embarrassing. Some cool arcade machines here. Wow, these are old. Holy cow. Ping pong. I like how the controllers are just little nubs. Wow, what do you think this was? I have no clue. Couldn't even guess. It's a TV or a game of some kind. I mean, you definitely have to insert coin, but what does it do? I don't see. Is there a controller? Can't be that old. Look, it's got HDMI in the corner there. I am perplexed. Ooh, I see some Black Series. Take a peek here. I think most of them are obviously older, but figures that I already have. But we're getting closer and closer. Oh, I do not have a Maz. I wonder what it's going for. It is a little dusty. I think it's free. It's free. There's no price. What are you doing on Black Series?
What do you think? Make me an offer.
You like 10?
10's perfect.
10? 10 works. All right.
Yeah.
Pick up number one. Number one, a Maz Kanata figure. I do not have that. And for 10 bucks too. Black Series nowadays is pushing $30. So I feel like that's fair. And I'm going to open it. So box condition really wasn't a deterrent for me. So a good find. Nothing vintage. I mean, well, at this point, that figure is probably 10 years old going on. So not too bad. So a nice start to the day. Oh, look at that. I was going to say vintage cars or vehicles. But I immediately got caught by the pumpkin. Halloween being the superior holiday to all holidays caught my eye. It's a whole rack full of them. Some old Tonka vehicles too. Super cool. Oh wow. From Tonka trucks to almost like African masks here. Very interesting. Spotted something of interest. Look at this inflatable C-3PO chair. Well, this has not been opened either. Oh, that is so cool. I remember having these inflatable type chairs growing up. I think I had a Pepsi one. I think it was NASCAR. It was $1.99 on clearance many years ago. I think they want 15. It looked cool on the shelf. And I love just weird stuff like this because I doubt they're ever going to make anything like this again. Like this Jabba too. He looks like he's just in pain. Poor Jabba there. It is so crazy though to see just Baby Yoda infiltrating everything now. He's not been around that long, but I think that's like the 10th Baby Yoda I've seen. Star Wars figures here. The same booth that I actually did purchase the C-3PO chair. $12. I'm not going to blow it up and sit on it. It would pop. But love items like that. Trouble is my knowledge is a little bit more limited. So I did not grow up with the vintage toys. They're just something I kind of have an affinity for just because I absolutely adore Star Wars. A fun Bib Fortuna there. Look at that base. Fantastic. Looks like we're out of the garage and into the table portion now. They usually have a good amount of tables here. And then towards the back is a giant yard that is typically full of them. But this being my first time back, or I should say our, yours and mine. First time back in a while. I don't know really what to expect. I'm gonna head to the booth. We usually find some good stuff and see if it's the same person. See it open and the normal sign. So chances are it might be the same person a few years later. Oh, it is. PandaCon here. Bulldog wrestlers. Some Ghostbusters. A lot of good turtle stuff here. Hard part is there's just so many, Like, where do you stop?
Like sealed turtles?
No, I'm trying to not get into collecting sealed stuff. Because it's a never-ending spiral. Everything I get, even if it's old, I typically still open it. There we go. We got some Motu. This would have been like what I grew up with. Let me see if I can make a pile here. What do you want in Stay Puff?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Stay Puff is $100.
$100?
Those are cheaper than the Stay Puff for sure.
Yeah. I mean, have you listened to the radio?
I got
Right
20
there.
on him. I think I'll do 15 on him.
So mainly just collect the droids, honestly. All right, we'll add that to the pile. I think that's what, 3PO, right?
You have that one?
Yeah, I've actually got 2 more Ghostbusters. Honestly, my favorite part about those are the ghosts. It's probably most people's, it being in the title. Buzz, Action Buzz. Those are actually pretty great toys back in the day. A gun. Good thing it's a bag. I don't want my fingerprints on that. You're gonna have to break your heart.
You don't want them?
Sorry, but I will take Torture Droid.
20, 15, 35.
It works for me. Looks like cards are gonna be huge here. It's not my flavor though. Josh Allen. If we are gonna find Castaway anywhere, it's gotta be here. At least everything is organized in some form. You can see all the logos, titles on the outside. But I'm honestly kind of shocked that we have not seen Castaway before. For some reason that just screams flea market movie to me. I don't know why, but it feels like it should be here. We are still hunting for that elusive translucent purple Game Boy Color, but I have yet to ever stumble upon that. Could buy it online, but that's cheating. That's not fun. Another Bib Fortuna. Recurring theme. This is another Metroid. Oh boy. This is my lack of knowledge comes to bite me. Don't know which one would be original, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it does. I think this, based on just size, and I just prefer the look of it. I think that's what we're probably going to go with. Now this box might compete for the widest range. You get your Pokemon. It's like a Captain America figure. Spider-Man. And then I think you got Jimmy Johnson here. What a wild box. Ooh, this, wish didn't touch that. That was sticky. That was really sticky. So we already have, what, 2 Star Wars figures? Right? 2, if not 3. I think just 2. We have the C-3PO blow-up chair. That's so far our find of the day. And then I did pick up that 2000X He-Man. I already have him loose, but he's missing his pieces. So this is either going to be one that stays closed until I need the space, or I open it up, complete the one I have.
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Well, really, if I open it up, then I already have a complete one. So that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, if I open it up, why not just keep the one I open complete? I need coffee, and it's getting warm. The breeze has died down a bit, so the heat's melting my brain, I guess. As is tradition, got to refuel with the dog. Tastes as good as always. Have been made aware that there is a large Star Wars display in here. So we're gonna head on in, see what we find. A lot of sports stuff here. Finding more of that, and then the sports like action figures or statues, they are rampant. Same with Hot Wheels. They're always at every single flea market. Comic area still persists here. Just tons and tons of comics to pour over. I love the vintage signs up there. I wonder how long that these have been here. That is awesome. Davy Crockett. And it's Walt Disney branded too. That's for the old show. Didn't even realize it. That is very, very cool. It is $30. But if I start building my Disney shelf, that would be a very cool thing to have in the backdrop. I'm sorry if I'm a little quiet and stuffed up. My allergies are just murdering me this spring. Don't know what it is that I did wrong to make nature angry. But I definitely did something, because this is the worst allergies I have had in an incredibly long time. Old books, but moving on from that. Who reads? Oh, I found the toy area. I have a Castle Grayskull. This is for the Origins line. I already have one. I feel like $100 isn't terrible, though they've released it a couple of times. Immediately, we have Black Series. Something that caught my eye is the Galaxy's Edge exclusive droid. They do not sell that at the parks anymore, and it's something that I've seen loose a couple times and never picked up. And I regret not doing that, because I love the droids. And he is in the Smuggler's Run queue. If you pay attention to it when you ride the ride, he's in the queue when you see the Hondo Ohnaka animatronic. $20, with Black Series now running $30 in stores, this is not bad at all. Sealed, tape is intact. This is definitely coming home with me, but we got to keep looking, see what else they have. Geonosis Battle Droid. What's going on? Why is there so much good stuff here? $15, like this is too good to be true. I know I'm a sucker for droids, so I might be the only one trying to get them all. Not all of them, but every one I see. Okay, I'm gonna make my little pile right here. Hide them. Oh my god. It's Constable Zuvio. $15. Mine I got for $3, so not bad, but I am missing the staff. But I am not willing to pay $15 on another copy to complete it. Got Rio from Solo, underrated Star Wars film, $15 again? What is going on here? Is this just a collection that someone's just parting with and I might be reaping the rewards of? This is bad. I did not want to be spending a lot of money here. Poe in his flight suit? Come on. Another thing I don't have. What is happening here? Oh my god, there's even more behind me. What is this? Okay, well, that is one of the worst Star Wars characters ever, so we don't need that. The wallet might be saved on this shelf here. Right away, I'm not really seeing anything, so I think we are good. I think all the damage that can be done is done. I lied. There was another shelf, and there's another Galaxy's Edge exclusive, Captain Cardinal, and I do not have. Looking for $25. That's pretty much retail now. Might have to come home with me. The hover tank pilot, but what I love about this, it has the Toys R Us exclusive, and I am a huge sucker for defunct and out of business companies. So seeing that Hill sticker earlier, and now Toys R Us, it is just very cool. So I don't really need this figure, and I don't want to buy a box version just for the sticker. But it is very neat to see. And a Star Wars Battlefront Inferno Squadron figure, $15. Really, everything is not too bad here. That's the problem. If it was higher, it'd be a lot easier to say no to all this. Wow, and to top it off, they even have this 6-inch scale TIE fighter. That is very, very neat. I don't know if you can make it out. They're looking for $175. There's just no spot I can fit that in my collection. It's funny, I came here for a bunch of vintage figures, and I think the most I'm going to be leaving with is newer stuff. It's funny how that works out, but you know, when you come across some stuff that are things you collect at a decent price, sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger, and I think that's what we're doing today. All right, we gotta make our way to the cash register, and my arms are full. So I'm gonna have to try to do a little bit of a balancing act. I feel like this isn't too bad. $105, 6 figures. If you were to do that with retail now, it'd be like, it's incalculable, but this is better, okay? This is better. Definitely gonna fill a lot of holes, so I am pretty darn stoked. Slowly making my way out of here. Found this Darth Vader helmet. I had that as a kid when I dressed as Darth Vader many, many moons ago. Still no translucent purple Game Boy, but I'm afraid of what the price is going to be when I find it, because that puppy right there, $90. Oh my god. Guys, a translucent purple Game Boy, $85. I haven't paid for these Star Wars figures yet. I mean, it's been played with, but you can see there, the select button is coming apart. Oh man, I don't like having to make decisions like this. They even have the game I played all the time too, Super Mario Deluxe. Oh, this is terrible, terrible timing. I love that they have the actual extra lights you can add on to it too to play when it's dark out. I had a giant attachment that was a magnifying glass, make the screen bigger, and it would light up. Just living life back then. All right guys, we did some damage in there. That was really, really rough on the wallet, but those Star Wars Black Series figures were so discounted, couldn't pass it up. It's one of the main things I collect. And then that translucent purple Game Boy. I might have purchased it. Yeah, I'll show you when we get home. But, oh man, this is... I really hope every flea market doesn't go this well, because if it does, I'm just gonna be poor. We are back in the nerd room, and it is time to go over what we picked up at the flea market. Now, before we go over what I picked up, I'm sorry, Wilson, they did not have Castaway, and not Wilson, I'm gonna have to beat that out. That can't be said on YouTube. This guy, I mean, for real. I look for the movie for you. I looked multiple times. It's in the video. You're gonna have to watch. I mean, you're editing it, so you're gonna see it. But, oh man, I just can't win with this guy. Now that's enough of Wilson. Let's go over what I picked up. First up, we're gonna start with a 2000X He-Man. Fantastic figure. I have a loose copy of it. It is incomplete. Purchasing this though makes me realize the one I do have is incomplete. I knew that already, but I actually have them displayed with another He-Man's accessories. So this was actually a lot better pickup than I was prepared for. Now from this point on, it is going to just be Star Wars heavy, except for just the last kind of holy grail item that I've been looking for a long time. And if you've watched some of the other flea market videos I've made, it's something that I've talked about multiple times, and I am shocked I found it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So the first Star Wars pickup is just something kind of hilarious here. It is a C-3PO blow-up chair. There is the C-3PO chair. And this is very much like an early 2000s, maybe even late 90s thing, because I had a blow-up chair growing up. I think it was Pepsi, might have been NASCAR, but blow-up chairs were huge, and you can tell that this kid in the back is loving the blow-up chair. It is sealed, it is heavy, so you can really tell. I don't think you would be able to get this back in the box anyways, but you could tell that it is in there. It's just gonna sit on the shelf. I'm not opening it up, but a piece of history that I wanted to have. And I think I got it for $12. They wanted $15. First time I seen this in person, and I love this weird oddities. I have, same with He-Man, you know, I have birthday napkins that I have on my shelf, so I love weird stuff like this, and this is just gonna go beautifully in the collection. Now the next two pickups are additions to my vintage Star Wars collection. It is quite small, and it is honestly right now just droids. Droids are my absolute favorite. I've said it multiple times, but you know, I love them so much that I have them permanently tattooed to my body. But first up is a medical droid here. He looks pretty darn good. clean. Well, as clean as a 40-year-old toy can be. Again, not chewed on. That is our barometer for this channel, not chewed on. So he's gonna look fantastic. Love the color blue there. He looks pretty darn good. Next up is the torture droid. He is very nice, very clean, not yellowed. See if I can get him to focus here. So he looks pretty darn good here. These guys are gonna look fantastic on my shelf. Very happy with them. Torture droid's great. If you ever been to Galaxy's Edge at Disney World, he is on display cooking your food, which is a very funny little nod. You know, he is there. I've seen him in person. Now the next, as you saw, is a large helping of Black Series figures. A lot of them for less than retail, which is kind of my barometer when it comes to Black Series, especially when it's sealed. Because when it's sealed and these are relatively recent, you know, within the past 10 years, you know, they're in good condition. I know I'm opening them up, so I generally kind of don't care if the box is damaged. But I got all these definitely for like half of retail or less. I'll go over a few. I'm not going to bore, you know, with all of them. It was a big Black Series day, and there has not been that many in the past. So I don't know if this was someone trying to clear out their collection or if someone purchased someone else's and they're flipping it. But I am a very happy benefactor from whatever was happening there. Now, two of the honorable mentions we'll say in the Black Series figures I picked up are Maz. I did not have a Maz figure. Back when these all released, wasn't collecting Black Series, and I have yet to see one in person, and this was just $10. So again, box a little dusty, but the tape is sealed. I am opening up this figure. It's gonna look phenomenal on the shelf. The other one is Rio, and it is from the Solo movie. Fantastic alien there. He's got his 4 arms. Gonna look phenomenal. And I believe I got him for $15. And the Black Series figures too, the shop that I purchased them at, they were on sale. So I didn't even know when I was originally picking them out, got up there and it was about 10% off. So not too shabby. And that would have been about a cost of one figure. So fantastic find. Now the two Black Series figures that I am most excited for and extremely happy to have found are Captain Cardinal. This is a Galaxy's Edge from Disney World exclusive, no longer sold there. Wish it was, because I would have bought this many moons ago. It is just an amazing looking figure. The nice red, the cape, the gun, you know, I just love it. I love the packaging too. It's different. It's supposed to look like it is from Bat 2 if you've been to Disney World. I'm still opening it, I'm sorry, and I might end up losing the box, but that's quite all right. The next one is R5P8, the droid from Smuggler's Run at Disney World. And again, it's a droid. Absolutely love it. I love the teeth painted on it. This is gonna look amazing. This is one that I've seen in person loose a couple times, but I just never pulled the trigger because he's been more expensive and I paid $20. Loose, I've seen him for more. Extremely happy with this and was not expecting to find this at a flea market in Buffalo, New York. Now, the ultimate pickup of the day, the coup de grace, the piece de resistance. And I've talked about it many times if you watch my past flea market videos. I've been looking for this for a few years. Have yet to ever see it in person. I know I can get it online, but I love the hunt. The hunt is what I'm after. It is the translucent purple Game Boy Color. I have been searching high and low for this for a very long time. This is obviously not the one that I specifically grew up with. This is not my original copy, but it is the Game Boy Color that was to me. Remember playing this in the car ride, had the giant clamshell magnifying glass and lights you put on there to play at night. Just the memories here. You know, the only flaw right now, I haven't turned this on yet. I'm gonna need to go get some batteries in a moment and we'll go over it. But the only thing that's a little rough on it is the select button. It kind of looks like someone took a bite out of it right there, but that is okay. You can still press it, so I'm hoping that it still works. I'm hoping the whole thing works actually. You know, bought this without testing it. We're gonna have to test it, but we'll get there. Has the battery cover. It is not broken. It is not corroded. It looks phenomenal in there. I was actually quite shocked. The sticker looks very good. It was $85, but this was actually 10% off because I paid cash. So another huge pickup. And there's a few booths we saw in the video where regular Game Boys were going for 90 plus. So it being translucent, I have yet to find it anywhere. Extremely happy to have this. Now I could not have just purchased the Game Boy Color. I had to purchase a game, Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. Had to get it. This is what I played a ton growing up. aside from Pokemon. $30, this was also 10% off. A huge day, honestly, for pickups. Wasn't prepared for any of this. If anything, I was prepared to walk away with just a very small selection. And it turned out to be the biggest flea market haul I've ever had. All right, moment of truth. A fresh pair of batteries in here. Voila. Let's see if this powers on. Guys, it's happening. It's happening. No way. Wow, this is wild. I am quite amazed. I was a little bit prepared for it to not be working. Well, now I've got a Game Boy Color to play. I'm sorry guys, I have to leave you. Looking for this for so long, I am more than happy. That is a fantastic pickup, and I do not collect games, but this is something that was just a big part of my childhood, and I had to have it, and now it's in my possession. This is just wild. Well, this was a fantastic trip to the flea market. Hopefully the first of many more for this year. I am very pumped for future flea market extravaganzas. Wilson is very pumped. It was just a fantastic start to the 2026 flea market. You know, we had the Toy Hall of Fame, Toy Crawl, Fox Prowl, which was fantastic. And now we have the flea market. It is making for a great 2026 here. And I'm very happy to have you guys tagging along again. Well, I've been Oswald, he's been Wilson, and you've been the viewer. Thank you for tagging along, and until our next adventure, take care, and as they say, Oswald and Endswald.